Great Britain is on the fucking brink. The media aren't telling the world how treacherous it has become in the UK. The government pretend to give a shit, but don't do anything preventative to actually protect us. And we're all fucking scared and fucking tired. Last night, 2 men boarded a train in Peterborough on its way to King's Cross and went on a rampage, 10 commuters, seriously critically injuring 9 of them. This comes just 4 days after a 22-year-old Afghan migrant, 4 people in Uxbridge, 1. The UK has become lawless, criminals are becoming more brazen, and nothing is being done about it. The UK government has been very quick to tell us that last night's attack is not being treated as... Why? According to the literal dictionary definition of terrorism, an action or threat designed to influence the government or intimidate the public, that was fucking Perhaps the British government aren't brave enough to deem it because they've told us that the suspects were British nationals. Perhaps this government has forgotten the reality, the very sad reality, of domestic terror. Shamima Begum was British. That didn't stop her pledging allegiance to and joining. Jermaine Lindsay, Shahzad Tanweer, Mohammed Sadiq Khan and Hasib Hussein, the 7-7, were all British nationals. That didn't stop them blowing people to shreds on the tube. How about the British government actually release the names of the British nationals they've arrested? And let's take it a step further, release their religious affiliations. The scared, untrusting British public would really appreciate a morsel of fucking transparency from the government, who for the last year and a half have been more concerned with being diverse and politically correct than they have been with actually protecting the British public. In fact, the ironically named Defence Secretary, John Healey, whose role might as well be defunct since there hasn't been a shred of defence since Labour came into government, has said it's not helpful to speculate that this was a terror attack. Not helpful to who, John? It would be really fucking helpful to us, the British public, to know that there are domestic terrorists amongst us. Perhaps the not helpful comment is in your own selfish self-interest, given that it's not particularly helpful having a Defence Secretary who is incapable of defending. How many times does this have to happen? This is the culture, the landscape that Keir Starmer and his useless government have encouraged and allowed to fester. So excuse me for not believing you, Keir, when you say that you're deeply appalled. You're sincerely a scared, fed up, halfway out the door British citizen who is actually deeply appalled for all the right reasons.